Hi, welcome to this class. In this class, I'm going to show you how to do these ropes here. And we're going to learn some new tools and techniques for that. So I'm going to use insert mesh technique with curve. So first, I need a basic profile for the insert mesh. And the basic profile for this rope is a cylinder. So I'm going to take a cylinder. So let's go to any of this polymesh here. And let's jump into one, and I'm going to import a cylinder for this. So let's click here and go to cylinder. So now I have a cylinder. Then let's go to its initialize, and now basically I'm decreasing some polygons. If you turn on this poly frame, now you can see there are a lot of polygons I don't need. So I'm going to decrease this horizontal here, edge divide to somewhere 12, let's say 12 side, and I'm going to decrease this to 0. Basically I don't want anything on this height. So this is, now it's not a polymesh yet, so just click on this polymesh 3D. Now it's a polymesh. Now I want to delete this upper face and this lower face, because when I use insert mesh to repeat it, I need to have this hole so that it merged. So let's delete this upper side faces and lower side faces by using G modeler. So let's go to G modeler and hold the mouse cursor on top of this, any of this face, any of this triangle face. Hold your space bar and choose delete from this section and choose flat island. With that setting, if you click on this face or any of this face, it's gonna delete that whole island, basically that flat face. So just click one click to delete, and it seems like those faces are deleted, but those faces are there. It's just the one-sided display. So let's go to display properties and click on double to see it. You can see the faces are there, just the upper and lower faces are gone. So now I'm going to make it an insert mesh. Before click on the insert mesh, always turn off the perspectivity and make sure the angle is right. This angle, when you draw it, this angle is going to be in the default angle. So now I'm going to brush and go to create and click on create insert mesh and click on new. So now I have got my insert brush. Now let's go to our mesh, and you can see now with this insert mesh I can drag and create that same cylinder on top of this mesh, but that mesh shouldn't have any division labels. I cannot draw that. You can see this mesh has layers plus division labels, so I can't have those two things. So the first thing, I'm going to duplicate this band because I want division labels here and I want layer. So in this case, and I want to create this insert mesh on top of this band. So the process I follow is I duplicate the mesh, let's say this band, and just for temporary basis I'm going to delete that later. So duplicate it. Now this band 1 would be my, let's say, my created one, and now I'm going to hide the original one. So this is the selected one, band 1. Make sure that is selected. And now I'm going to geometry and I'm going to delete the lower, or you can come down. You don't have to be on the highest of division levels. So just make sure it's easy to work. Now I think this is fine. Now I'm going to delete higher and delete lower. So now it says you have layer mode. So make sure I first go to layer and bake all layer to get rid of this layer. So click on bake all layer. So yeah, there's some kind of sub painting issue. It's fine. Click on this little brush icon on that subtool, and now I'm going to geometry and let's come down to 4 division label and delete the higher and delete the lower. You shouldn't have any division labels or any layer. Okay, bake all those layers, delete the division labels, and make sure you are doing it on the duplicated subtool, not on the original one. The original one is still safe and hidden. So now I can draw this insert mesh. You can see I have selected that. So with insert mesh you can draw a model multiple times like this. So with this you can do a lot of things like buttons, and you can use many things you can draw on top of like an object. So in this case I want a rope, or I want some kind of continuous mesh, and this is just the profile. I'm going to turn on this curve mode under this stroke menu. Go to curve and turn on curve mode. With this curve mode it's going to repeat that insert mesh with a curve. Now you can see it depends on the brush size as well, so make sure the brush size is appropriate. Now if I drag, you can see it's repeating that cylinder. And now I want a single mesh. Now it's like giving me bunch of cylinder. So the thing I'm going to do to weld those, let's go to brush and go to modifiers here and click on this weld point and stretch. So these two things are going to like merge, weld those. Now you can see it's a single pipe. So this is the process to create a pipe. You can just draw and create a pipe. So now I'm going to actually create that rope. So here I'm going to just make sure the like thickness is okay. So this is again dependent on the brush size. So now I'm going to create it. So let's draw here, and my mark is somewhere here I think. So I'm going to follow that mark. So let's see. So I'm going to draw some line. So you can see now when I move that cursor close to that point, you can see I got a line connected, red line. Now drag to extend it. So basically I'm going to quickly draw it. Okay, so once you're done with this rope, and then I'm going to adjust those. Now you can see there are unnecessary gaps, it's too tight and close. So I'm going to use actually my brush, move brush, to do that. And now it's not created yet, so let's go to our stroke again, and to create it let's go to curve function and click on snapshot. So now that's created. Now the curve is still there. You can delete that by again going to the same place and curve function and delete. Now the mesh is there, and now it's like on that same sub tool, but I'm going to actually split it because I'm going to delete this pant, this duplicated like demo pant. So I'm going to sub tool, and at this stage when it's masked, this is the easiest time to do that. So let's click on split on masked points. So now it's going to separate this from the pant. So click on this on next point. Now the pant and this piece is like separated. So now I can easily delete the demo pant, which is this pant 1. So make sure you are not deleting the original one, and because this deleting is not undoable, so make sure you are like checking it out before you delete. So delete it, and okay. So now I have my original pant now, and this is my rope. Now I'm going to adjust that rope, then we're going to duplicate to that side. So I'm going to use move topological brush for this. You can use move brush, which is my normal move, but with this it's like affect whole piece. If you want to move one layer, you cannot do that, but with move topological you can do that like this. So for this kind of purpose, move topological is a great brush. And I'm going to again adjust these things. So let's move down and let's make it a like little tighter version, and this end shouldn't be like visible. So I'm going to make sure when you drag the mouse cursor is on top of that piece. So when I want to move the whole thing, then I'm using my normal move, and then when I want to move a particular wire, I'm using my move topological brush. So of course I'm going to adjust the pant as well so that it looks like there is impact. So now I'm going to the pant layer so that I can do something there. So I'm going back quickly. So let's go to the layer, make sure you are on the right layer, which is the basic one. Let's go back to the basic one. And when you do all these things, make sure you turn off the detail layer, because if I like do something here, it can affect these things. When you turn off these layers, and GBrush has a very good way to reproject when you turn on, and you are going to get a very clear alpha there. So turn off, work on the lower level, then turn on these things. So that is my process. So here I'm going to adjust these things, these surroundings basically. So make sure you turn on the recording mode, and then let's go to a lower division level, and then let's sculpt the font part. So I'm holding Alt and pushing those areas so that it looks like it's tight, and you can see because of this pop out thing, it looks now okay, that is impacting there and making that cloth tightly fit. So now I can duplicate that by just going to G plugin, and let's go to Subtool Master and click on mirror here, and it should mirror that. And now merge into one subtool, x-axis, fine. Now you can see we have that. Now that's it. So I'm stopping this video here. In the next video we're going to refine the big folds and big wrinkles. See you there.